Hey, what's up everybody? It's M Squared, the mood designer. And in this video, I want to show you how I use the xlnaudio XO drum sample organizer and sequencer plugin. First, I want to say a big thank you to the xlnaudio team for sending me this plugin. This thing is a beast. So when you open the plugin, you're going to see the space window. This has different clusters of drum groups. So the red are your kicks. You can just click and drag, as you can see here, and it'll play and audition each sound. Blue, snares, yellow, hi-hats. Then you have green, which would be your open hats, pink, your crash cymbals. Then you have orange, your percussion. And then you have down here some effects. So to begin, I like to sync to the host BPM in my DAW. So if I hit play, as you can hear, it's playing the drums that are already loaded into the different drum engines here. You have your kicks, snare, clap, close hi-hat, open hi-hat, flex 1 and flex 2. Right now in Logic Pro, I have it as 125 BPM. So anything I play, all I have to do is hit play. So now as I'm playing, it's basically playing the sequence that comes standard in the software. There's so many amazing things you can do with this plugin. So if I wanted to change the kick, I could just come over here to the kick and cycle through different kicks by using this arrow, clicking this arrow button here. Or I could click the arrow on my computer keyboard, laptop keyboard. In any one of these different sound engines, you can put your own instrument. It doesn't have to be what it states there. These are just starting points. This thing is incredible. Once you get a chance to dive into it, you'll see you can put anything in any of these engine slots here. You can also use your MIDI keyboard or MIDI controller to control the sounds that are already loaded. As you can see here. When you pick a different sound, you're going to see all of the different parameters for that sound down here across the bottom. You're going to see the actual sample. If you click on that, it's going to come up and you're going to see all of the different parameters for this kick. Then you can pan it left to right. You can adjust the envelope, transient, hold time, the decay of the sound. You can adjust the pitch. As you can see, you can adjust the pitch, you can adjust the tone. You can adjust the cutoff of the sound, the velocity, sensitivity, the playback, effect sends to the master. They have effect sends. You can add reverb or delay. And then here's your sequencer. So this is your pattern you can lay down. You can just click in these slots and it will just play your sequence right away. Look at this. And this circle here basically will let you keep the same pattern, but it will cycle through different sounds that are similar to the sounds that are currently playing. So if I click here, as you can see, the pattern's still there, but the sounds are different. And you can just keep cycling through different sounds over and over and over. Yes. Let's go to the edit window. Now the edit window gives you a wide overview of the parameters for each sound. So you could go in again, edit the sound as much as you'd like. All the parameters are right there. You have your sequencer area here for each individual sound. Over here is your groove section. You can choose to swing it how you want. You can nudge it forward, you can nudge it backwards to give it more groove. Here in the sample combiner, you can see they have a show A and B, which is the A pattern, the B pattern. You can follow the pattern. You have the option of the AAAB sequence, or you have the AB sequence, back and forth between A and B. So this accentuator feature gives you a velocity driven parameter that you can randomize, make things feel more human like as they're playing. So this is good for hi-hats and percussion sounds. You can just randomize it. You could also use the 1/8, 1/2, quarter. You can use these dials and make adjustments. You can also cycle it back to its default state, and then you can also randomize. For the groove section, you can adjust the swing. You could toggle on and off each individual section, each lane. Down here, you can add crunch to your master. You could add a cut, a low cut, or a high cut. You can have your soft clipping turned on. The kit level, this thing is absolutely incredible. The FX, you can cycle through the delays and the reverbs that they have here, which are amazing. You can really have fun with this plugin. That's what I love about it. So the beat combiner section, this gives you multiple pattern options within the different drum samples that you have loaded. So you could start playing and you can choose. There's one. That's a different pattern. And if there's something that you like, you can keep it. If not, you can hit random and get a random selection of all the different patterns that are here. Hit random again. Okay, so I don't like that snare. I'm going to select this because I like the pattern. So I'm just going to hit this green check mark. So let's go back to the space window. In the space window, I don't like this snare. So what I'm going to do, I can click this snare right here. And I can choose a whole different snare. Or a clap. I like that. So I'm going to choose a clap here. Good. So I'm going to hit this green check mark here to accept it. And then what I could do too is I could still cycle through the different claps by using the arrow key. And it lets you just go through each one. All these are similar claps. So I like this one. What I'll do is I'll adjust the envelope. Let's bring this attack up, transient. Bringing the decay down so it's a nice tight clap. Let's look at the sample combiner. So if you have a sound that you really like in one of these sound engines, all you have to do to keep it there is press this lock. This lock will keep your sound in place no matter how many different sound configurations that you cycle through. It will keep those sounds in place that you have the lock selected on. So I'm going to select the lock for the kick and the snare because I really like it, but I'm going to cycle through in the sample combiner randomly and let it choose the other sounds for me. So let's try that. I'll even go back to the beat combiner. Let's see. There we go. Bring the volume down a little bit. So this is the volume. This area here is the volume. If something's too loud or too low, you want to bring it up. Just drag this little circle up and down as your level. So let's say you hit that green check to accept it. So this is our new pattern. And again, there's so much you can do. I just want to give you a quick overview of how I like to use it when I open up a project and may just want to get started looking for some inspiration really quickly. With the sample folder, this allows you to add your own sounds into XO. So all you would do is click add new folder, select the folder that you want with your sounds in it. As you can see here, this is a folder that I chose from my library that I've added in. It's got 138 samples in it. This is the core content that comes with the software, and it automatically scans it. Make sure you hit scan and refresh once you've put the folder in, and then you hit done. Once you hit done, then your sounds will be populated here in the mix with the core library sounds. You could also use the search function. If you want to find just a kick, you select kicks. You can filter it out by kick and snare, snare alone. You could toggle with the frequency, the length, the drumminess. You can favorite sounds here. You can grab cymbals only, open hi-hats, close hi-hats, claps only. If you have a sound that you know the name of that file, you know the name of that sound perhaps, you would just type that in to this area here. Now, once you have a groove that you really like, you can go here to the export button and click on render waves. Now, this is going to render all of the different options for you to click and drag right back into your DAW. So this makes it really simple for you to grab the beat as just a MIDI clip. You could bring it in and set it right on the MIDI channel, and it will play exactly what you have programmed. You could grab the individual stems and bring them in one by one. As you can see, this is the kick. Let's solo that. You'll hear the kick by itself. And if you want, you could grab all the stems, just click and drag it and drop it right into your DAW. Create new tracks. I'm using Logic Pro. And here it is. And now once you drag your stems into the session, there they are in full audio form. And that's all you have to do to get your idea put together. Drag and drop. Once you've generated a drum groove that you like, you just come to export, you hit render waves. It'll produce all of the different wave files and MIDI files for you. All you have to do is click and drag it into your DAW. And that is just scratching the surface on this plugin. Now let's go to the different presets. So here are all of the presets that come with XO. You have after hours, all different BPMs. You can have these different presets played at their tempo, but I like to have mine synced to the host so I can just cycle through them as I go. So everything's locked in on the tempo. And they have different playlists as well. Dusty Cuts. Also, you have the pattern option. As you select each circle, you're going to hear different sounds with the same pattern. So let's play that one back. As you can see, there are just so many options here for presets. Just cycling through all these. And again, the pattern stays the same. It's just cycling out through different sounds that are similar to the initial preset. And once you're ready and you have one that you like, you can just hit this green button here to select it, and your pattern is in. So once you have a preset that you like, you can click Save. All you have to do is name the preset. I'll just name this new preset and then click Save. So once you've saved your preset, you can always come back to XO, click Load, make sure it's checked on all presets, click on User, and you'll see your saved preset right here. It shows the tempo and it shows the date. Then you can also rename it. You can set this as your startup preset once you open the program, and you can delete it. And once you've decided what preset you'd like to use, click the green box with the check mark. So there it is, XLN Audio's XO drum sample organizer and sequencer plugin. This thing is incredible. One of my favorite plugins right now. I highly recommend it to any producer, any music creatives out there. It's a great way to stay inspired when you're working on music, when you want to start new ideas. Definitely pick this up. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about this plugin. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.